put together a list of the timelines, the recent timeline of events since this trade, because it's truthfully, it's just like every day you wake up and there's something new. Grant Afseth tweet. Every day you wake up and there's something new. Shams Charania on the Pat McAfee show says, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Anthony Davis doesn't play again this season. Charania expects hard conversations with Davis representation of the Dallas Mavericks about the path ahead. Appearing on the Pat McAfee show, Shams Charania said about Luka Doncic, he had no intention of ever leaving Dallas. He did not want to go anywhere. Charania added one team, one city forever, and I think that's going to carry over onto the Lakers. That's great. That's great to hear. That's exactly what I needed to hear right now. Front office is going to shut everyone down. So, here's the timeline of events. February 1st, 2025. Luka Doncic traded right before midnight, Saturday night, I believe it was. I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning. I've watched every Lakers game since the trade happened. Luka Doncic traded. Could not believe it. Waiting to hear what the fuck happened. Slyby's going to hop back on the Luka train because Mavs season is over. Once he has any more content to make. A link to the timeline. Oh, this is just in my Google Docs. So we're just going to go over it. It's not too in depth, but it is crazy how much everything happened. All right. Day after the trade, morning after, Nico Harrison and Jason Kidd give the worst press conference in history. Absolutely diabolically bad press conference. The Mavericks proceed to lose barely 12 hours after the trade, proceed to lose by 50 points to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The next day, February 3rd, Monday, reports come out that Luka weighed 270 pounds. Mavs take down Luka tribute outside of the arena. That's to be expected. They're not going to leave that shit up. But still, just another gut punch to the fans. This also was the same day where they I believe they put out their first like goodbye thing on social media. It was so wild they had body language experts analyze the pressers. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They literally had KFA had a body language expert on to analyze the body language of Jason Kidd at this press conference. And then Luka, February 4th, 2025, Luka has his press conference, his introductory press conference with the Los Angeles Lakers. Is that Benny Hill music copyright claimed? Is Benny Hill music copyrighted? Is it royalty free? I will play that right now. Oh, trust me, we could go back. We could go back further with the injuries earlier in the season, absolutely. But this is just that might be for another day. That might be for another day. Let me see if I can get some good music here. So Luka has his press conference with the Los Angeles Lakers, basically says that he did not want to get traded. He didn't want to leave. Looked incredibly sad. Just a bad moment. Rob Pelinka thanks Nico Harrison. The hell does that mean? You're probably wondering. No one knew. Also this day, the Dallas Mavericks trade Quentin Grimes away for Caleb Martin. Now, you might notice, wow, that was a month ago, literally. Today's March 4th, 2025. This trade happened February 4th, 2025. Caleb Martin's yet to play a game for the Dallas Mavericks. So. He's yet to play a game for the Dallas Mavericks. February 5th, 2025. Luka pillar removed from Dallas Love Field. Now you might be wondering, what the hell is this? This was actually the saddest part of all of this whole trade. The Luka pillar has been removed. You see that I muted Luka's name. Goodbye, Luka pillar. We will always remember you. Sad. February 6th, 2025. Trade deadline. Mavericks don't get a ball handler. Now, you could maybe make the argument that their unwillingness to go out and get another ball handler maybe led to Kyrie Irving's injury. It's possible that you can make that claim. It's possible that you can make that claim. However, the Mavericks had a clear need for a secondary ball handler, and they did not do it. Caleb Martin physical was so bad that the Mavericks got an extra pick in the trade. You guys remember that? Physical was bad. Reports came out that, hey, the Mavericks could undo this trade if they wanted to. But instead, they got an extra pick. Again, we still have yet to see Caleb Martin in a game. February 7th, 2025, Friday. The Mavs have an introductory press conference for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and Caleb Martin. Nico Harrison not involved in the presser. Pretty much everybody, all the reporters there. And I was wondering, I was like, is that even that big of a deal? Pretty much every reporter there said that it was crazy that Nico Harrison was not in attendance. That's pretty unprecedented. That's a GM is not at an introductory press conference. So, okay. February 8th, 2025. Mavericks fans protest outside of the arena. We remember that well. Anthony Davis makes his debut for the Dallas Mavericks. Anthony Davis injured in the third quarter. Almost certainly out for the season. 3 quarters of basketball for Anthony Davis as a member of the Dallas Mavericks. For this season, at least. I had an incredible. What made it even more difficult to swallow was he looked absolutely phenomenal. Oh, and also this game, PJ Washington injured his ankle, which is also still bothering him to this day. All right, fast forward. Now here's the thing: AD gets injured, he's out, gets hurt in the third quarter. After the game, AD says, "Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. There's some optimism. There's reports that the Mavs are optimistic. It's not that big of a deal." All right, fine. Vibes aren't completely in the toilet. February 9th, 2025, the Sunday after. Patrick Dumont speaks for the first time following the trade. The Mavericks' new governor. He quotes that you need a great work ethic to be a member of the Dallas Mavericks. He then quotes all of the all-time greats who have a great work ethic. Mentions Shaquille O'Neal. Did not mention Dirk Nowitzki. It is also announced later in the day that Anthony Davis will miss several weeks. Vibes in the toilet. February 10th, 2025, Kyrie Irving named an All-Star. Really the only shred of good news this entire month. Daniel Gafford gets injured. We've yet to see him since then, and it's also very possible that he's out for the season as well. fans also kicked out of the stadium in droves. This was the bad night where the fan got caught on karaoke saying "Fire Nico." The first time the Mavericks, I think this was their third home game since the trade. It was the first time the Mavericks showed fans on TV on the jumbotron, and a fan on the karaoke cam mouthed "Fire Nico," and then was subsequently kicked out of the stadium, as were several fans. This became a huge viral moment. TMZ got involved. Everybody got involved. It was a big deal. Here is the infamous clip. Now, it's important to add context to this. He was not kicked out for that, I don't believe. He was kicked out for holding up a Fire Nico sign, I believe was the reason. I could be wrong on that. However, still hilarious and a hilariously bad look. Also this night, Luka Doncic makes his Lakers debut. Doesn't have the best game, but still adds to it. Dirk is in attendance in LA for the debut of this, for his debut. February 11th, 2025, Slightly Biased drops award-nominated video documenting trade. Who put that in here? I didn't add that one. That was not me. February 12th, 2025, SMU students chant "Fire Nico" at an SMU game that Nico Harrison was in attendance for. So that happened. SMU students begin the "Fire Nico" chants at Moody Coliseum with Nico Harrison in attendance. Uh, 40 student section there. 40 people in attendance in that student section. February 13th, 2025. Finally, we've reached the All-Star break. We can relax. I go on a hiatus. Don't care. The All-Star game was a travesty. It was horrible. It was terrible. February 16th, 2025, Mavs assistant coach Daryl Armstrong arrested. That adds to this. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Yikes. That makes matters worse. We go a few days without anything too embarrassing, right? We go a few days without anything too embarrassing happening. Maybe some reports here and there that are annoying. February 21st, 2025, the Dallas Mavericks social media team posts a video of players blacked out. Of former players that are still in the hype video, completely and totally blacked out. And honestly, just a hilarious. Just hilarious video. Now, everyone believed at the time that this was Luka Doncic. It was not Luka. It was Maxi Kleber, but still hilarious. And a PR nightmare. Everybody shitted all over them for this, and they ended up deleting the video. February 22nd, 2025, Luka Doncic drops 32, 10, and 7 against the Denver Nuggets in what was truthfully his first really good game as a member of the Los Angeles Lakers to make things even worse. February 23rd, 2025, Mavericks get completely and totally blown out by the Golden State Warriors. February 25th, 2025, Luka and the Lakers play the Mavericks for the first time since the trade. And obviously, the Mavericks lose this game. Jordan Brand drops a ad before the game of all my exes live in Texas and Luka changing his license plates from Texas to California. Very painful moment. Luka drops the Luka 4s. I feel like those shoes belong with this clown music because they look really bad. The Mavericks lose the game, but it was pretty competitive. March 1st, 2025, Quentin Grimes drops 44 points in a win over the Golden State Warriors. Just a reminder, Caleb Martin's yet to play in a game. Oh, and also PJ Washington gets hurt again and could potentially be out for the rest of the season now. That also happened on this night. March 3rd, 2025, Mavericks raise season ticket prices. That was a big story. Also, Kyrie Irving injured in a game against the Sacramento Kings. And March 4th, 2025, today, it is announced that Kyrie Irving tore his left ACL. This has been a month-long stretch, a little over a month. I mean, how could it get worse than this? And also, that's right. Jaden Hardy injured. And you know what? I'm going to add something here. I'm going to add one thing. Moses Brown, small bright spot on season, moves on from Dallas because dumbass team can't afford him. There we go. There you go. Is there a worse month in a franchise's history? I'd be interested in knowing. Outside of relocation, I really would be interested in knowing if there's a worse month than this. Caleb Martin to the G League. I mean, that feels actually pretty standard. The team leaving is mercy. At the end of this list, June 21st, 2025, Luka yells, LA is my new home. I can't wait to spend my life here. Oh, God. So we'll add to this list as the season continues. And also, I'll go back and I'll start at the beginning of the season because it really has been a season from hell from the beginning. We were talking about a season from hell before the Luka trade. You can post this as a video. Yeah, I'll put it on the Slightly Biased Clips channel. Unbelievable.